What's the word, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Shon, LA-based photographer specializing in portraiture and street style documentary work. In this week's episode, we head out to Dockweiler Beach, which in my personal opinion is one of LA's most underrated beaches. Oftentimes you only hear about Malibu, Laguna, Santa Monica, and Venice Beach, but 20 minutes south of Venice is Dockweiler. Same kind of vibes as Venice, minus the madness, which proved to be the perfect place to learn about the djembe drum. Now the djembe originated in West Africa around the 12th century, and the origins of its name comes from a saying that means everyone gather in peace, which is exactly what we did. So if you're unfamiliar with the history of the drum as it relates to African and African American history, I would advise you just to do a little bit more of a deep dive and see how it was once used in Africa as a means to communicate amongst tribes, celebrate weddings, births, deaths, and get warriors ready for battle. Now here in America, the drum was actually banned in certain southern states except for New Orleans, where from 1817 to 1856, Africans and African American slaves were able to gather in Congo Square to play instruments and sing. And it was from these gatherings that two of America's most popular genres of music, jazz and rock and roll, were birthed. So if this kind of information sounds interesting, I would advise you just to dive a little bit deeper because it is fascinating and one of the reasons why I wear the drum on my wrist every day, because of all that it symbolizes. Now, in addition to the drum circle, we got to vibe out to Ghanaian producer and DJ Black Pages, who was responsible for putting on this event, so I can't thank him enough for that. As far as imagery goes, I used the Tank, the Nikon F4, and Kodak Color Plus 200, which is slowly becoming one of my favorite film stocks because of the color rendition, and it's way cheaper than Portrait 400. We all know how expensive film can get, so I try to cut costs when possible. I didn't use that much imagery in this footage because I wanted you guys to focus on the content and the information provided. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and make sure you keep tapping in. Till next time, y'all be cool and calm. Bless.
Make that 7-3. Make that 7-3. That's a 1. I'll take it though. That's a 1? Yeah, that's a 1. It's a pause. It's a 1.
These drums right here are spiritual tools used for healing, not just of one particular people, but everyone, right? So we've all come here together. Feedback, here we go. We've all come together to be healed, yeah? If you notice, you guys naturally formed a circle. The drums are in the shape of a circle. They represent the infinite energy that passes through all of us, right? And so, really quick, we have 1 minute. I'm going to let our teacher, we are joined by a very special guest. It's our master teacher. His name is Fode Sissoko of the Royal Sissoko family. And I just want to, you know, it's an honor to have him here. He's a Jelly, he's a griot, he's a historian and a bearer of our culture. So it's an honor to be playing next to him. And I want him to give you a brief overview of the djembe. Wow, wow!
Wow, wow!
Wow, wow!
Wow, wow!
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, my name is 4 Day, like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. And I'm from West Africa to the Malinka Empire. And I come from the king and the prince family of the oral West African tradition culture is never been taught. It's just passed by family to family, generation to generation. So I'm a Malinke griot. Griot means the one who keep the oral West African histories never been taught. And my mother is the daughter of the king. And my grandfather is the king of every musician in West Africa. And I come from 26 brothers and sisters, and we're all around the world, making the instrument of our ancestors just speak to vibrate through every day through our soul. So this drum I'm playing, the name of it is djembe. Djembe means unity, means togetherness. And the djembe has been invented by a great Sorcerer king who lived over 15,000 years ruling Africa. He invented this djembe drum. This is the mouth of the djembe. And the djembe have a 3 ring, 1 ring in the bottom, 2 ring in the top, and a goat skin right on top of this djembe. And the djembe has been invented 2,200 years before the birth of Christ. So this drum has been taken all over 2,000 languages and over 50 countries of Africa, all that one voice of the drum. And this drum is a Malinke drum. Like, as a long story to short story, I know some of you might see that series TV called Roots Kunta Kinte. Root is my great-grand ancestor, come from in the Gambian river called the Bolong Koto, the grandson of Mama Jankewari. So this is my ancestor. When I hit my drum, it's not something I'm thinking or to do. They just end me and vibrate. And we just do it for blessing and coming together, because love will take a lifetime process to end this time, because that's the greatest gift and the greatest emotion, and not everyone have it. So now we're gonna just let the drum speak of himself. You feel it just vibrating. So this is the djembe. And now every native people have a big drums, like the Japanese have a big drum, the Chinese have the big drum, like the African have the big drum. That's what we call the dundung, mean the big planet. You understand? And we have the samba, the second little planet next to the big planet, vibrating together. And we have the kinkini, is the smallest planet next to us. So those 3 communication with the djembe invented by a great Sorcerer king who ever lived in the Malinke kingdom named Sumanguru. So we gotta just like speak the language of the drum. Thank you so much.
what you need. Black Pages Radio. Let's go.
Standard.
I told her slow down, change tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2. Baby girl, keep it simple. When you go down, be gentle. Rotate, rotate. Baby, tell me what you're into. She wanna dance, she wanna move. She like my eyes, she got the juice. She wanna get down, down, down. She wanna get low, low, low. She wanna dance, she wanna move. She like my eyes, she got the juice. She wanna get down, down, down. She wanna get low, low, low. She wanna single.
If you know you look sexy, move forward with your bestie, Ashley and Exy. See me ex, him a text me, but me a wine for the next team. Love the way me vibe on the baseline, yeah. Bend over, bubble pon on one side, yeah. He like the way I move, cause it's fire, yeah, yeah. Fire, yeah, yeah.
Love the way you stop, press play, then rewind it. Girl, you're the truth, they forgot, please remind them. Love the way you waist, TikTok, perfect timing. Easy, girl, what's the way you whine?
Imagination reigns supreme.